Hello you guys, and welcome to my self-portrait glam video. First we're going to start off with a clean face and clean hands. No dirty hands in COVID-19 world. We're going to start off with this Smashbox photo finish primer. Nothing really works for me but milk and magnesia, and that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother day, but I just keep trying these primers. Then we're going to go in with a Fenty Beauty Hydrating Longwear foundation in color 360. Oop. This is not my normal foundation. I got this a while ago. It is more of a winter color because it's lighter, but we're going to try to work with it today. So I need to use it up. So I kind of going all over. I do a pump per like a quarter of my face. This foundation has good coverage. As you can see, I have a dark spot on the left side. So I just apply a little extra just to make sure the side gets covered and all those dark marks that I hate. I use a beauty blender. I feel like that works the best. Brushes kind of leave streaks. I don't like to use my hands because I think it's messy. So this method works best for me. Kind of getting all the creases, just making sure it's applied well. Now I'm going to go in with a concealer by Kat Von D in the color Neutral. Some people use a much lighter concealer. I think this works fine with me. I don't like to look overly highlighted in contrast. I put some underneath each eye, like so, in a triangle-like fashion. This is going to cover any dark spots you have or bags underneath your eyes. Down my nose to help give it a highlight. Underneath my chin. And on my forehead. Now I will blend this out with the other side, the pointy side of the beauty blender. It's really important that you blend it out well, especially if you use a much lighter concealer, because you don't want people to notice where the highlight and the concealer meets the foundation. You want it to be a smooth transition. And just make sure I get it blended out very well. And I go in with a Kat Von D Lock-It translucent setting powder. Now I bought this a while ago before I realized that they actually make colored translucent powder for us brown girls that work much better, but I'm invested in this, so it works pretty well. I'm about to tell you a trick that I used about it later. I just kind of put it all over. This is what they call the baking process. I usually bake more intensely if I know I'm going to be somewhere for a long time. The baking process kind of keeps it, they said it keeps the foundation from moving. Then we're going to go in with a Fenty Beauty Truffle matchstick. I use this stick to contour. So I just put it on where my cheekbones would be. I call it my jowls because I'm a little fluffy. Around my hairline and down each side of my nose. And then I go in and do my brows and my eyes. So this is a brow pencil by Benefit. It's called Precisely My Brow Pencil. I love it because it's so thin. I really can get the right shape of my brow every time. It doesn't have to be sharpened. It comes with a brush on the other side. I don't like gels, so I think they're messy. And this pencil allows me to fill in the brow without making it look too dark. And then when I brush it, it's light enough where it's kind of movable. So once I brush it, it kind of looks like hair versus these strokes I'm making, if that makes sense. See, it looks a little square now, but then I go back with the brush and it just fans out nicely. I love this brush. Next, I'm going in with a thin brush that I got from Target, and this is NARS concealer. Now, the purpose I have this concealer, the color is medium dark caramel. This is not a concealer I would use under my eyes because it's about the same color as my skin tone. I use this concealer to kind of help conceal if I'm doing like a quick makeup, it helps conceal any blemishes I have because it blends into my foundation or powder well. But I use this today to kind of help pop that brow. So this kind of cleans up any, like if you haven't had your eyebrows done in a while, this kind of helps hide those straggly hairs, and it kind of makes the brow look precise. So I put that on underneath. I don't really like to apply it on top because then you have too many layers of color. And then I just kind of blended in the eye, which kind of, this creates essentially a base for the eye makeup too, which I like. So I'm gonna go in with an old MAC brush and a Mented palette, everyday eyeshadow palette. Sorry guys, the colors aren't written on here, so I can't tell you what they are, but I'm going in with a light tan first to kind of just create a foundation for the eye. So I use an assortment of brushes. They're all from different places. None of them are from any fancy place. Majority of them are from Target. I have an Ipsy subscription. I pay like $12 a month, and I get a bag every month of like random beauty products. And they sent me some really nice brushes lately, so I've been using those as well. I'm just not one of those Sigma, MAC, gotta have a certain type of brush kind of person. So this is a fluffier brush, and this is a darker like maroon color. To kind of go like on the outer eye and in towards the crease. So this is kind of be like the background to the eye makeup. You see I keep changing brushes. I'm afraid of over pigmenting my eyes and having to start over my makeup once I've made it this far. So I usually start with a fluffier brush to kind of prevent that from happening. And once I see this the color that I want, then I kind of just pack it in. You see I'm just going back and forth between different brushes, just kind of just to get the color and look that I want. And so now I'm going in with a Fenty palette, Moroccan Spice, and this color is Salted to Me. It is a very pigmented blue. I was showing my friend this palette the other day, and she was like, well, I can tell which colors you use because they're gone. And this one I haven't used. I am not a bright color makeup wearer. I use the same browns, golds, bronze, tans. So today I thought I'd be a little adventurous because I was in this video and there's nowhere to go. So I'm just kind of packing it in. This was much harder than I thought it was going to be. As far as like making sure you guys can see and making sure I can see and don't look like a clown in the end. So I'm just packing in the color. I want it to be very pigmented. So I'm just kind of, I don't do one eye at a time. I like to do them at the same time so I can remember what I did. So I'm just going back and forth between the eyes to make sure the color is really packed in. Now I'm kind of going back with that fluffy brush, and I can see now that I packed in the blue that I kind of want the burgundy color to be higher up in my brow line. So I kind of brought it up like slowly with that very fluffy brush, and now I'm packing the blue more in because I just want it to really pop. Now I'm going in with the color I got from one of my Ipsy boxes. This is the color Turmeric from a company called Suva Beauty. I really like golds and things that glittery. I feel like my eyes get lost in my makeup sometimes because they're so small. So I really like to make sure that the eyes are noticed, and I'm just going in on top of everything else, just right on the lid. I'm impressed about this color. I'm not sure, I've never used this brand before, but the color went on well and it was very pigmented. Clean up a little fall out there. That's how people do their eyes first. I just can't get it. And I'm going back in with the blue. I see once I put the gold on that the blue could have been so much darker, but I was just trying to be conservative and not just be super blue. Now I'm just kind of using this same fan fluffy brush to kind of like blend everything out, make sure there are no harsh lines. Going back to make sure the brows are still good. And now this is the part, since I don't use a tinted powder, I go back with my NC45 MAC powder foundation and just lightly, it helps me kind of dust off all the white so it doesn't leave like a ghostly look. And then I go back in with a contour brush. I think I got this from Target too, and it's just a smaller brush, and it helps kind of blend all that contour into the face. It was a little light, so I just kind of reapplied in those areas. So this contour kind of creates a good transition between your face and your hairline and like the edges of your face, and kind of brings in that cheekbone for us who are fluffy. That helps too. Still trying to pack in that blue. I see I could have just been more. I should have just gone for it. I was nervous. So the kind of eyeliner that I like is a liquid liner, but it's in a pen form, which resembles a Sharpie or like a felt tip pen. To me, these work the best. They go on the smoothest. They make the best lines. I like thick lines because I think it looks very dramatic. Today, I'm going to wing out this liner like super far, farther than I usually would, because I got this blue on. Might as well just, you know, take the look all the way. So I'm winging it out pretty far, and you see I start with a thin line and go over, and then I just kind of reapply to the thickness. Now this is a game too, so I start with my good eye, and which is my right eye, and then I go to my left eye, which is not as good because I have to cross my body with this hand. But a lot of times the left eye looks better, which is so strange. I guess because the track back is better, I don't know. But I'm winging that all the way out. So I wing it out, and then I kind of bring it down to meet the other eye, to meet the bottom lid. So now I don't pull my lids anymore when I put it on, because I've noticed that it really abbreviates the wing when I pull, because in my mind I think the wing is long and I let it go and it's not long enough. So I've tried to stop applying eyeliner that way. Make sure they look even-ish. So I'm going to go in with this, just a random black pencil. I think this came out of my Ipsy bag 1 month too. And I'm just applying this to the bottom of the lash line. Now I don't do this for my everyday look, but people swear this makes your eye bigger. I don't know if I agree, but I figured I'd try it. Now this is a new mascara for me, but it's a very nice mascara from Fenty Beauty. It is the full frontal Cause I'm Black mascara. I usually do like 6 layers of mascara and 3 different mascaras, but today I'm gonna put a fake lash on. So this one coat of mascara works fine. You just want to make the lash as black as it can be, and it kind of help the lash stick, the artificial lash stick. So I'm gonna go in with the blush. This is a Mented blush. It's called Clay Too Much. It's a darker blush, which I like, because I think for us lighter brown skin girls, we get a little peachy pinky and it looks kind of casket ready. So I like a darker blush because I think it just brings more color back to the face. So now I'm putting glue on these lashes. Now these lashes I wore the other day for the glow up challenge video. These lashes come 3 to a pack, 3 sets to a pack, and I get them from Amazon for about $6. They're great. I can use them more than once. I trim them down to fit my eye. I just apply regular glue from Walgreens by Kiss, and I put the glue on there and kind of let them just sit so they can get tacky. So this is a Fenty highlighter, and it's the Hustler Baby by the Killawat liner collection. I just put on top of my cheeks to kind of just, you know, and my little nose, and then I go in with some NYX bronzer and just kind of bronze my cheeks to kind of reinforce that contour, and put a little on my nose as well, but not too much. We don't want any harsh lines, so you'll see like I put things on and I kind of brush and like blend it out. So to apply the lashes, you let them get tacky, and then you look down at a mirror, compact, whatever you got, and you lay the lash right where your lash is, and then you just squeeze them together, and whoop, they're on. Now it took me a while to master this technique, but once I figured it out, it's pretty easy. You see how they're tacky? They just kind of stick on in the middle, and then you kind of work along each side, and then you have the lashes. I glued my eyes closed plenty of times figuring this out, so don't feel bad. The lip I always use, I love these lip by Maybelline Superstay. This is the color originator. It does not work well if you pre-moisturize. It is a matte color. And so here's our final look. I hope you guys enjoy.